And you too. I'm pissing your faces.
You guys, we've just been screwed over and lied to. I know, right?
Well, boys, this has been real educational and all, but now let's part with that old EA Sports saying. Get the out of my building.
Ellie, I've got a centrifuge online.
Yes, I'm staring at you, EA. Staring at you deeply. You see this? This is Dead Space 2. Made by EA, Electronic Arts. You sold yourself. You have sold yourself. But don't worry about it. We finna go over it. Just give me some time.
The baby got me.
Pull
The
down your
baby
pants.
got me.
Well. They sure did sell it. They sure did sell it. And it may be good reasons to why they sold it. If you look at EA's history when it comes to how they treat their customers, how they treat their employers, and why they are deemed 2 years in a row the worst company in history.
Electronic Arts, EA, has been awarded the title of Worst Company in America by Consumerists multiple times, notably in 2012 and 2013, due to its controversial business practices and poor customer relations. Background of the award. The Worst Company in America award is an annual poll conducted by Consumerists, where readers vote for companies they believe have the worst customer service or business practices. EA won this dubious honor in 2012 and 2013, becoming the first company to win it consecutively. The company faced significant backlash for various reasons, including its handling of game launches, reliance on microtransactions, and perceived anti-consumer practices. Controversial practices. EA has been criticized for its aggressive monetization strategies, including microtransactions and pay-to-win mechanics in games. This has led to a perception that the company prioritizes profit over player experience. Poor game launches. The launch of SimCity in 2013 was particularly problematic, as the game required a constant internet connection, which led to server overloads and a frustrating experience for players. This incident was a significant factor in EA's second win of the award. Public perception. EA's reputation has been further tarnished by its history of acquiring game studios and then shutting them down or forcing them to change their development practices, which many gamers view as detrimental to the quality of the games produced. EA's response. In response to the backlash, EA's CEO, Peter Moore, acknowledged the company's mistakes and promised improvements in customer relations and game quality. However, many gamers felt that these promises were insufficient, leading to ongoing criticism of the company's practices. CNET. Conclusion. The Worst Company in America award reflects the significant dissatisfaction among consumers regarding EA's business practices. Despite efforts to improve, the company's reputation continues to be affected by its past actions and the ongoing scrutiny from the gaming community. EA's experience serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of maintaining positive customer relations in the competitive gaming industry. A bombshell report has come from Electronic Arts this morning, confirming the company has agreed to an EA buyout to the tune of $55 billion, but the company's values remain unchanged. Electronic Arts has announced it is being acquired and taken private in a nearly $55 billion EA buyout deal involving a group of larger investment groups, with Silver Lake, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, known as PIF, and Affinity Partners, which is founded by Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The buyout was announced by EA, and according to the CEO, Electronic Arts is pleased with the decision. The announcement includes retaining Andrew Wilson as CEO, who posted his own statement to the Electronic Arts website confirming he will be staying on, and other thoughts regarding the EA buyout. In a post titled "Exciting News About Our Future," Wilson said, "We are entering a new era of opportunity. This is one of the largest and most significant investments ever made in the entertainment industry. Our new partners bring deep experience across sports, gaming, and entertainment. They are committed with conviction to EA, they believe in our people, our leadership, and the long-term vision we are now building together," in a statement.
It's crazy to me how EA just up and sold themselves, and which, like I say, EA really has been a bucket of shit lately or whatnot. To me, mostly because they messed up Dead Space 3. Like, they really... Let me drink water. They really messed up Dead Space 3. And also, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Madden thing, I really don't care about the Madden thing, but I do have friends that play Madden. I do have friends that play UFC games, and I also do have friends that play FIFA. And so, with that being said, with all those things that we got to keep in consideration or whatnot, will this be a good thing that, you know what I'm saying, that games are being purchased from Saudi Arabia and also with the help of Donald Trump's son? Now, that's one thing I was not aware of until literally just upon me doing my research. Because, you know, before I do anything, I got to make sure that I research it, because I don't want to put out any bad information to the masses or whatever the case may be. Even though, you know what I'm saying, I can always count on 12 of y'all. But hey, I appreciate that love. But anyway, we're not talking about me. It's just that, you know, all the things that's being done with gaming, in my opinion, is crazy. Because there are people putting a lot of politics into games. And, you know, some people are really ruining games. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like Sweet Baby Inc. should just basically... Sweet Baby Inc. should basically just have their own company and make their own games. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense that they have touched a lot of games. They have touched a lot of games and ruined them with other shit. Now, I'm not going to be the one that says that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to be the one that say that, you know what I'm saying, the DEI, exclusivity, and all that shit shouldn't be in the game. Yes, to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, it's more so, it's more so, it's more so to the fact that, like, this shit right here. Like, that stuff right there. The stuff that Angry Joe is talking about with the game, or whatever the case may be. You should not include that into a game, bro. So now, with you trying to force certain shit into your games, you trying to force politics, you trying to force people to like transgenders, you trying to force people to like the LGBTQ, the alphabet people, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to force people to like that. We understand you have a voice. We get that. We understand that. Because I was in the military. Y'all in the military too. I don't have a problem with that. But when it comes to trying to force certain things, I think you're wrong. That's just like with Christianity. That's just like with religion. When people try to force religion on other people, you don't get nowhere. And it's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with this, and we already know with Saudi Arabia, they are not going to let that stuff slide anyway, because they don't promote None of that. Or whatnot. But in other things, so let's get back to the game, and we got the politics out the way. Sweet baby ain't done fucked up a lot of shit or whatnot. But so let's talk about the things that they did. We're gonna keep Angry Joe right there for a little bit. But let's talk about the things that Saudi Arabia did do with some games. Saudi Arabia has just recently purchased the SNK franchise. Back in 2022, SNK producer, we're gonna let them see it.
Yasuyuki Oda.
Yasukiri Oda insisted that its acquisition by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund wouldn't have had an impact on the games it made, but recent events appears to have proven that statement to be utterly false, and SNK fans aren't happy. When SNK announced it was producing a sequel to one of its most beloved fighting games, Mark of the Wolves, there was much celebration. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, which launches this April, is highly anticipated, but recently announcements regarding its roster have caused understandable upsets among fans who have been waiting more than 25 years for the proper follow-up. So, if y'all don't know, right? I'm finna show y'all a little video of what Saudi Arabia got going on with the games. And I think it's a cool adaptation to it, but then at the same time, hold on, let me make sure y'all can see this. But then at the same time, I know how fan bases can be. It's only 1 minute.
He's an icon. A legend. And now, a fighter.
So this is what people is upset about. That they added one of the top soccer players in the world into a fighting game. This is what they're upset about.
Let's do it.
That was fun.
And so, like I say, that's what people are upset about, or whatever the case may be, because they're adding in real life personnel into the game, and a lot of people's upset by it. But I will say that, you know what I'm saying, they have fixed some of this. They have fixed some of the game. Like a lot of if you look at it, a lot of the games or whatnot, they had taken out all the bullshit and they went back to the game. So it could be an upside and it could be a bad side to it. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the way they are going with the games. Or whatnot. Like if you look at this right here, this was possibly the easiest layup in the fighting game history, next to SFS 6, which is Street Fighter 6 and Strive. So of course SNK found some way to fuck it. They found some way to fuck it up. Man, this dude right here is diabolical, man. Genuinely, this is the saddest fighting game news I've seen in a while. So many people were hyped for this game and had been waiting for this game for 29 years. And then SNK higher-ups add these characters that killed all the excitement. I'll probably cancel my pre-order. I'm so disappointed. So, like I say, it is people that is upset about the decisions that was made. Because like I say, they sold themselves in 2022. Pretty much they did a rebranding with Saudi Arabia. Because Saudi Arabia, y'all don't know, they buy a lot of shit. They buy a lot of shit because they got a lot of money. We ain't even gonna look at that. But, you know, they got a lot of money. Or whatever the case may be. And, you know, if you look at the sales that, you know what I'm saying? If you look at the sales were still skyrocketed, but we know where that skyrocketed sale came from. All right, so let's get back on EA. All right. So now we are on EA's page itself. So now, if you just look at a lot of the stuff that's going on here or whatnot, you know what I mean? It's crazy how, you know what I'm saying, you got EA Sports. So the games that EA pretty much is over, right? Is Battlefield, FIFA, Skate, College Football 26, Sims, Apex, or whatever, right? And now, you know what I'm saying? Let's just look at this. Sims. We gonna keep on going now. And I forgot about this game right here. I still have this game and still haven't even played it. Give you all of it, man. Give me all of them. So, and you know, EA does not just own games. They have music. They got some of everything if you look at it. And so, let's see about the horror. What horror got? Dead Sea? Look at this. So, I am a Dead Space fan. That's why I started off in the beginning of the video with Dead Space. They can scrap this shit, but you got the Dead Space franchise. You got Alice. I didn't even know Alice was made by EA. You know what I'm saying? So let's go look at what else made that may be destroyed and may be okay. Well, we already knew Star Wars. Star Wars. The newest one that came out. The newest Star Wars that had came out, Outlaws, they fucked that up. EA fucked that up. But see, this is my points, right? When you add stuff to a game that's really not needed and you don't sell or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You kind of mess yourself up. Or whatnot, because that Star Wars Outlaws was a promising game and the reviews was so bad. It was crazy. And the Dragon Age stuff. Now see, Wild Hearts was a good game. Wild Hearts was a good game. It's just that people didn't give it a chance because they thought that the developers were stealing from Monster Hunter, even though they literally said themselves this was homage to the Monster Hunter franchise. But it really don't matter because people not loyal no damn way. Because look at how they're doing Monster Hunter right now. People are trying to shit on Monster Hunter. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It just people are hard to please. But this was a good game, and this was an okay game for the idea and the thoughts. Could they have expanded more on the gameplay, the mechanics? Yes. Could they have made a better story? Yes, they could have. But the story was also good too, though. All right, so we already know about all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't really need to go through everything. We just see that EA has a lot of things going on with them. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, since we didn't got past that little part, I got something else hot for you. So, EA is being acquired in a record-breaking $55 billion deal by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF. Alongside Silver Lake and Jared Kushner's Affinity partner, in which we already said who that was. Here is a breakdown on what this means. The deal at a glance. Buyout value $55 billion, making it a record second largest gaming acquisition ever. After Microsoft purchased with Blizzard. And that was big. Saudi Arabia's Servience Wealth Fund already heavily invested into gaming. See, what people don't know is Saudi Arabia already had 9.9% shares within the game anyway, within their company anyway. But they just came out and said, you know what, let me just go ahead and purchase this thing. But anyway, so invested into gaming, sports, and entertainment, in which I just showed y'all everything with, you know what I'm saying, everything that's with EA or whatever, right? So Affinity Partners, founded by, we already talked about that. EA's future. So EA is saying they will remain headquartered in Redwood City, California. CEO Andrew Wilson will continue to lead the company. But see, that is my thing. Once you are getting purchased out, in which it's a buyout or whatever, or a leisure buyout or whatever the case may be, you still have to produce stuff. Just because you get purchased out for $55 billion doesn't mean that you need to stop working, even though EA has been shit these last few years, even though they won worst company of the year 2 years in a row recently. But anyway, EA will be taken private and delisted from the stock exchange. So with that being said, right, so the stock was going, the lowest share was going for $210.95 if you are in the stock realm or whatever the case may be. And which that means that, you know what I'm saying, the stock, you could have made a lot of money off that stock if you would have picked it up before time, because right now, I would say if you're going to invest in the stock or whatever the case may be, well, they already said it's been delisted, but you can still go look at it, because if there's still a slight window, you can drop your money into it, because let's be real about this shit. Saudi Arabia purchased this shit. The stocks is going to fucking go up. And the only reason why it's going to go up, because Saudi Arabia owns a lot of oil. They have one of the richest lands in the world. Think about it. They just paid $55 billion for a gaming company that has been shit. So I'll let you think piece that. But anyway, so why is Saudi Arabia so interested in EA games? I'll tell you why, and I will be gladly to tell you why, because this is my language. So the reason why Saudi Arabia is so pressed on purchasing them is because part of Saudi Vision 2030, a national strategy to diversify beyond oil by investing in the global entertainment, gaming, and tech. And tech, baby. Gaming, tech. Cover up. Anyway. So, PIF, in which I already told you, well, Bun already told you what that was anyway. PIF has previously invested in Nintendo, Activision, Blizzard, and owns Swavy Games Group. So if you don't know what that is, I suggest you go look it up. And Saudi also hosted the 2025 Esports World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That looked like some good that look like some good investments to me, in which we all need to invest in. Because you see this jacket, that means I'm invested well. So you get your goddamn money up, and you make things happen up into par. Because guess what? The longer you wait on doing stuff, somebody else is going to pass you up. Because look at this. Saudi Arabia is setting the example on what you need to do with your money. You take that and you put it up your nose. Anyway. So yeah, he right about that though. He is right about that. And so the cultural and political implications. Okay. Critics view this as a part of Saudi Arabia's soft power strategy, using entertainment and sports to reshape its global image. Well, yeah. The deal has sparked debate over sports washing and comedy washing, especially as Saudi Arabia also launched its comedy festival featuring global stars. So if you don't know, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and a few other comedians has been getting a lot of backlash because they attended this comedy festival not too long ago. Like when I say people was mad as hell because they decided to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, do what they get paid for. Get paid to do it. Or whatever the case may be. But if you feel comfortable selling, or if you feel comfortable with making money and other people are gonna be upset about it, I personally don't give a fuck, because it don't hurt me personally. It doesn't hurt me personally, but a lot of people, they get upset. I should have been turned this light on. A lot of people get upset about the damnedest things. The damnedest things. And look at that. I shine brighter. Look at that. Stupid. Anyway. People just, you just can't please everybody, you know what I mean? Because if ain't no telling how much money they got paid to do that anyway. But anyway, so this last little old bit, I know I jumped a little bit ahead. So what does this mean for gamers? In my opinion. And then we're going to go to the actual breakdown of EA defending itself. So, what does this mean for gamers? No immediate changes to EA games or services are expected until the deal closes in the fiscal year of 2027. So now I'm getting to the part I kind of went over a little bit, but now we're getting to the part with the shareholders. Public shares. I'm saying this loudly. Public shares will receive $210 per share in cash. So you have between now and 2027 to put them shares in there. I'm telling you, people are going to make money. People are going to make money rather if this is a good idea for them to buy this or for, you know what I'm saying, for your ass to invest. I'm not investing into it because I can fucking care less. And plus, I ain't got $210 to just be, you know what I'm saying, doing it. I need my money, which I could do it, but probably just 1 or 2 shares could help. But I might invest in that. We'll see. But long-term effects on game development, studio operations, and creative direction remain to be seen. AKA, that shit is literally pushed to the side. You don't know yet because they haven't disclosed that, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just a lot of things that's going to take place when it comes to the gaming community, as far as, I think, honestly, with the gaming community in a whole, because the way Saudi Arabia been purchasing everything, and America is literally for sale for everything. If a motherfucker say something about the right price, they're going to sell it. Because I bet y'all didn't know, Saudi Arabia got their hands in Walgreens also. Walgreens. I'm not even finna look that up. But that just to let you know, you have foreign countries that is invested in a lot of stuff in the United States. It's not just about gaming, which I just read to you what they are trying to change their image, their global image. If you have the money to do it, I'm all for it. Go ahead and do your thing. But what cost does it come with, though? What cost does it come with? Because it's a lot of people. Because like that shit right here, they going to get rid of that. But it's a lot of people that's going to fall victim to a lot of shit, man.
Saudi Arabia, what's new with you? We bought EA, like EA Sport, the actual company. Yeah, the company that makes FIFA, Sims, Madden, and a lot more. Yeah, we bought it. For how much? Some pocket change for us, like $55 billion. What? Yeah, but listen. A lot of people online say that we bought it alone, but we didn't. So who bought it exactly? So it's between the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund, that's led by our Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, but also we're joining in this deal. There's an equity firm called Silver Lake is buying it, and another equity firm called Affinity Partners that is run by Jared Kushner. Who's Jared Kushner? He's Ivanka Trump's husband. Ivanka Trump's, he's Trump's son-in-law. Whoa, this is a big deal, but is it done? Well, it's expected to be finished in the first quarter of 2027.
Alright, I ain't trying to steal this stuff.
Well, isn't this a massive...
It's just a little couple of videos of people's reactions to
agreement to be
the buyout.
By PI of Silver Lake and Affinity Partners for $55 billion. Now, this is a group of investors led by the Public Invest Fund of Saudi Arabia.
God dang Mass Effect,
if
man.
you're familiar with Saudi Arabia, they've been getting into the sports scene for quite a while now, but you could see that they had...
But, like I say, it's just a lot of people. Because if you go look, it's just a lot. This is just on YouTube by itself. It's just a lot of people that feel some type of way. That you know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying, have every right to feel some type of way about this. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing to, it's I know it's killing a lot of people. But the major concern is your information being sold to other companies. That is the major concern or whatnot. Like I say, like her right here, I watched some of her video. She is upset because, you know, she's a part of the alphabet community and she's married to a woman. And so she is literally quitting Sims because they sold themselves to Saudi Arabia. And like I say, you already know, they say right now there's no changes to their stuff. But once the deal has gone through and they actually purchased, it's going to be a lot of changes. We all know it. She already forecasting it anyway. Or whatnot. But like I say, EA has always been dead and has been shit recently because they keep putting out the same fucking Madden games. They keep putting out the same Madden games every year. Only thing that changes is the players because you have new players enter the NFL every year. They take stuff from one year and then they add it back a couple years later when it sounded like Call of Duty to me, but who knows? Call of Duty may be next. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope this video was informing to you. I hope you gained everything you needed from this video. Uh-oh, look at me. I hope you gained everything from this video. But until next time, come right there. It's Bonthagreat, signing out.